Oh, see, right now I'm at 29,535.
Oh,
What?
you got
Um,
29,000
Yes.
connections on LinkedIn. That's awesome. That's awesome. I last week they took 2,000 people away from me.
you said that.
Yeah, they've done that twice to me now. They do it about once every couple of years. They all of a sudden I'll go in and there'll be a couple thousand names missing off my list. But I'm still over 16,000. So
Was that being inactive people? Do you know? You don't
yeah,
know who that
I think it's because I couldn't see who it was that they took, but I
is?
think that it's inactive people, people that haven't been actively communicating and reaching out.
All
So they're
right.
really dead weight on my
Mm,
profile anyway. So you want to
mm,
be connected to people who are going to help
exactly.
reciprocate, and help build a relationship.
Yeah,
Well,
that's it.
probably people with free accounts too. So LinkedIn wanted you to go after bigger fish and bring
Yeah,
in more revenue for them.
yeah, I'm sure. And because
Yeah.
I have quite a few, I think they're okay. That you'll probably have that happen to you, Bob.
They've done it on my followers about 12, 15 months ago. They went through regularly. I mean, like it was once a week, they went through and just scraped them off. And I'm sure over the years, 21 years, it's a long time. Some of the people just dropped out. Some of them retired.
Oh,
I bumped into a lady that I was getting emails from a couple of years ago, and somehow it cropped up, came up again today, and she died 2 years ago.
yeah, that's
And man,
another thing I think.
yeah, we're not going to live forever. And
No.
so when I went to look for her LinkedIn site, though I didn't know this until after I dug into it a little bit, um, constant contact had was showing up when I tried to connect with either her Facebook page or also her LinkedIn page. And I thought that was peculiar. I'd never seen
Mm.
that before. And then there was someone else we were jointly connected with because she was in Atlanta and I used to live there. And she said she'd passed away 2 years ago, unfortunately. So, yeah, I've had a few people, at
Yeah.
75, you're going to have a few folks pass away. That's for sure. But it was a little downer. It hasn't been the most uplifting day finding out that kind of news either. But I guess what I'm looking forward to doing, the only tip I've received, and if you ladies have heard some other tips, is how to clean it up a little bit to get ahead of LinkedIn a little bit. And they said just go in there and use the word retired, and that's going to open up a can of worms that I don't really want to go into, but it's a way to start to see if
Yeah,
people said I'm no longer with XYZ, I've retired or something, and moved to the golf course, or the wife and I moved to live, take care of the grandkids or something. Um,
hmm.
Now your kids live in Canada still?
We've got 8 kids.
Okay.
5 of them live in the United States, and
Okay.
3 of them live in Canada. And
All
they're at
right.
opposite ends of the country. Like I've got two
Mm,
two families in Vancouver and one way out in Nova Scotia. So we have no
right.
kids living close to us anymore. We have to hop on a plane, and that was actually my big burn why I got online and started trying to figure out how I could boost my pension because our pensions are so small in Canada. And we had savings. But it was less than 25K, right? And
Mm,
it didn't last very long, I'll tell you.
doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't, does it? Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah, and my financial planner said that in Canada, we need to have a minimum of 400 to 500K socked away in an investment. He said it's better if you can have 1 million socked away in an investment. I just about
Mm.
fell over. Anyway, that's my burn is to be able to go visit my grandbabies because I've got one granddaughter now in France teaching English, the one that just
Mm.
graduated in May with her bachelor's degree.
Wow.
And then I've got another granddaughter in Delft University at in the Netherlands learning to be an architect. She's got one more
Wow.
year left. So they're expanding around the world. And it's amazing. I just shake my head.
And so are you, young lady. You're going to start going after the Spanish market.
Yeah, look at you go.
But when I saw that, because we were in the middle of our legacy builders meeting this morning, and I thought, oh, I should check LinkedIn for the groups. And I went in there and I 3,200 groups.
That's
I was amazed.
incredible.
And there's some really big groups in there in Spanish.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I
so
did some advising work in Atlanta with a
yeah.
group that does a lot of work with college students
Mm-hmm.
uh, that are Hispanic. And it was quite interesting, just the people who, I don't know, it varies across the board, their grasp and use of English.
Uh-huh.
And I found that some of the people, I don't know how to say this. I just was kind of disappointed in some people, and I was overly surprised with some of the other people that this group was so large and so active. And there were a lot of people who didn't seem to be wanting to improve their English enunciation, translation,
Yeah.
assimilation. Um,
Yeah.
and I was
They're
just
going
kind of
to,
surprised.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many different gizmos. Like you can there's a translator that you can download for free on your phone. And then you can get these little earphones that plug into your ears. And so when somebody is you can set them to for whatever language. And if somebody is speaking to you in Spanish, you can set them to translate from Spanish to English right in your ears. That was just released by Apple, I think just this last week.
Mm.
Well, I
Yeah.
know we can do
Wow.
closed caption in Spanish if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I had a question. It came up the other night in another presentation, and I was asking, are we doing Los Angeles Spanish? Are we doing Tex-Mex? Are we doing Miami Spanish? Are we doing the island Spanish too? So,
Mm.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
just like us Americans, and I know you have a little bit of that in Australia, and I know you Canadians have a little bit of that, but you don't want to be called in Australia, that you're from South Africa now, do you? Um, and
No.
I've got a American Southern accent that people say, well, you got a Southern accent. Well, I say, no, I don't. You got a New Jersey accent. And but we all have accents. But I understand it's a little more prevalent that the people in LA can tell the difference from people in Miami when they're talking to them from
Hmm.
that standpoint. So they call it Spanglish or something like that. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I've heard that.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it'll be a unique. I'm gonna have to go back to on some of my other contacts now that you've told me that, because this one group is really. I have a friend over in Leesburg, Virginia, and she's pretty involved and has been for quite some years. Mostly from an academic standpoint, she's helping kids get scholarships and things of that nature, and they've been very successful because a lot of them are very, very bright and very, very, career conscious
Hmm.
that she's been working with. So they're a very sharp group, and
Awesome.
yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be
Yeah.
learning, but don't be surprised if you get pushed back a little bit.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they always think to a certain degree, it's a culture thing, um, and they're very tight, along with other groups that want to do business with their own to a certain degree, and so you have to kind of build your worth and trust. I
Yep.
had that with the Southeast Asian market when I was the loan specialist for the bank in Atlanta for the Southeastern Asian market. So it's just that everybody kind of prefers to do business with their own, and
Yeah, yeah. It's because of the language. They don't speak English very well, so they're going to lean more over to their own language. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
run into that.
well,
Okay,
I did. Okay, I'll talk
we
to you
need
about
to
it
get down to
tomorrow.
brass knuckles here.
Presentations in Puerto Rico. So, well, what are the brass knuckles tonight, you two young ladies? I hope you're not putting them on. It kind of scared me here.
Okay, the thing that I like to check on a regular basis is what kind of things are you doing to increase your connections and following on LinkedIn.
Mm.
So, and that's something that I'm going to go over in great extent or great depth when we do my workshop this week. But I wanted to just double check and make sure that you guys are following a system that's working for you. So when you're inviting people to connect with you, there are actually 5 different ways that you can have people connect with you. Now I got to find where my mouse went. You were going to show me how to find my mouse.
Cheeky devil.
Oh, it's that time of year. Okay, so I'm going to move that black bar and go into my network. So I've gone over this a few times with you guys. Go scroll down and go into this list that LinkedIn suggests for you to connect with these people.
Excuse me.
And just click a few buttons in here. I don't usually do any more than 5. And you like here, these 3 people I've already invited to connect with me. And just gradually work through and just look at the headline and their headshot. So if there's no headshot there, I
Yeah.
will right click on the name when I'm doing it myself and just quickly see where they're from, if that is listed on their profile, and how many connections they've got, right? So if they haven't got very many connections, you really don't want them in your network anyway, because they're going to be more baggage than help. So that's one. That's the simplest way. And another way is to go to these 9 dots and go into your groups. And I'll go into my direct sales group because it's a huge group. I joined this group in September of 2020. I like how the groups tell you up right below your name, they tell you when you joined. So I want to see who's there. So if you want to invite connections, click on show all and then use the alphabet to do a search. And you start with AA and then you go to AB, whoops, AB, and you search through the 2nd and 3rd level connections, because if it's the 1st level, you're already connected to them, right?
Right.
So this person is a social entrepreneur, product marketing manager. He might be a good one. If he's a social entrepreneur, he might be a good one to reach out and connect with. And so you just go, I like this system using the groups because you see way more of their headline, right? You can understand a little bit more about who they are and whether there's somebody that would be a fit for your algorithm. And I say the word algorithm because that's the term that's commonly used. But LinkedIn and TikTok are the 2 best social media platforms to shape your algorithm. In other words, you want to invite people that are your perfect customer or closer to what you feel your perfect customer is. So for instance, my perfect customer is somebody who's 50 plus, empty nester, perhaps out of work or looking down the nose of being fired from your job, because a lot of businesses are reorganizing and letting people go right around the age of 50. And that happened to both of my boys, my oldest boys, and they're programmers. I was shocked when they told me that. One was my oldest son was let go just right around his 50th, right on his birthday. I think missed his birthday by 1 or 2 days. And he was devastated, absolutely devastated. And they pay these guys a lot of money, right? And that's why they want to reorganize, because they want to hire younger programmers so they don't have to pay them the big bucks. It's all about money. It's not really about age, but age enters into it because they call them the old guys. It's because they've been around the company longer, right? So this is one way that you can, really good way that you can invite people to connect with you. I'll just do one here. So we'll do Habib, and I'll click message. So you send him a message like you're just going to talk to him, because that's the beauty about being in the groups. And that's why
Excuse me.
you need to use the blurbs that I saved.
Did I lose you?
You have to put more than 6 words in your request. So I just type a little blurb because the search engines can't tell what you've really put in your message, so they don't know that you've invited them to connect. Oh, I should have put that. Let's connect. There we go. And then I'll send that over to him.
So that's before you connect, Christine. Is that what you're
That's before
saying?
we connect. So see this little blue man here?
Yeah.
Don't click that little blue man, because then see when you go into the groups and you send a message and invite them to connect with you without clicking that little blue man, you're flying under the radar of
Mm.
search engines, right? So they can't tell. When you click that little blue man, that counts as one of your 10 people that you invite each day to connect with you. And then so when you go to your network there that we did just before this, that is noted by the search engines that you have sent out so many requests to connect. And I think it's about 10 connections a day that you're allowed. And you can push the envelope just a little bit until you see the pop-up message that says you've reached your limit for the week or for the day or for the month or whatever. They'll send you little messages. It's not bad, but just don't push past that message. If you push past that message, you risk getting shut down or sent to LinkedIn jail, and they'll send you to LinkedIn jail for a week, which puts a big kibosh on what you're trying to do to build a business online. At least it does for me. Does that make sense?
Been there 5 times and gotten out. Had a good attorney. So
Yeah,
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 it's not fun, especially because
yeah.
it's something you normally do when you're really active and working on projects. So and you don't even know what you did. They won't even tell you. That's the scary part.
Yeah. Well, they did tell me I've only been put into jail once for a week, and that was just this year, the beginning of this year. And it was because I was trying to post a job. I posted a job, and it was my Legacy Builders program. And that's not a job, that's a business. And it went against the rules of engagement. And so they decided to punish me. And I was so mad because I was on a paid platform and I'm not on the paid platform again. I'm so mad. But it's a good thing because all the people I'm working with are on the free anyway. So it makes it easier for them to see that everything matches. So don't click this little blue man, because as soon as you click that little blue man, the search engines go, oh, there's another one. So that one, I think, is done. So it's really easy to do it. You just have to type a little blurb. So that's why I wanted to make sure that you guys, you're both in the Thrivability for Seniors, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So you can
yes.
go in there and you can grab that, copy that document. It's in the pinned post. It's one of the top 3 pinned posts. And there's a whole bunch of different blurbs that I used for requesting to connect with people. So then that's 2, okay? Now really watch carefully because this can get a little complicated. So this is going to be number 3. So you type in people. Come on. Oh, I think I need to click my home first, my home button first. Now let's do people. There we go. Make sure that people is highlighted with green. And you start with the second level and then work into your third level. So you click second level. And locations, you choose some locations, United States, Canada. I usually go to the UK and Australia. And I show results. The reason I choose those is because their banking systems work well together. But if I was to choose at South Africa and Africa, I have run into a lot of challenges trying to work with those people because their banking system's different. South Africa is easier to work with than West Africa is, or the rest of Africa. So now we've got people here, but what we're going to do is we're going to take it a step further and we're going to put a company in here. So you can go on Google and do a search for the top 100 network marketing companies. And then you can actually type company names in here. So I'm going to do Avon. And I'm going to see what the results are, see how many they come up with. I like Angela. Do you see what she says? Helping self-motivated and ambitious people become their own boss. Oh, I like that. Now they want me to reactivate premium. So,
Love them, love them. They're always
yeah.
selling.
So apparently I'm already connected to those people that have message there. So just click on connect for the ones that, so this is a sales representative at Avon. And you have to send without a note because as soon as you add a note, then they want you to upgrade to premium, right? So you can send without a note. And if you've never been on premium, you probably won't see as many pop-ups of inviting you to connect, but you can't.
Christine? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask. So, you know how it comes up and it says try premium for 30 days and, whatever. Is it worth jumping on there for 30 days and then canceling it? Or is there a rule of thumb there that says you shouldn't do that too often or whatever?
Well,
Give you more visibility on people, for example?
okay. There are a whole bunch of things that you get for free when you sign up with LinkedIn. But when you get on the premium, then you get a whole bunch more features, right? For instance,
Yeah.
Right.
one of them is you can see all the people from the first time you signed up with LinkedIn to the current day that have checked out your profile. And that's when I was on the premium, I used that a lot to attract people and build relationships and get connections. But then what happens if you don't go ahead and start paying for it, they revert you back to the free, but it's worse than the free. They take even more
Oh,
things
that's what I
away from
wondered.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm working with here, with all these having to use, I used to be able to click on a message and send a message to the people after I connected with them on just sending a message in here,
Mm,
and I can't do it now. I can't send a
oh,
direct message to people. I have to join, they want me to join the premium, the upgrade.
so it's not worth doing a free trial and then jumping out before
No,
the.
because they'll take a whole bunch of stuff away from you.
Holy shit, I've done that.
Oh no.
I've done that before, like, I've done it
Oh,
before. And
okay.
I just thought I'd ask the question because it keeps popping
I'm
up on.
glad you did because I want to save you from
Mm,
disaster.
yeah, because I don't like, I thought, oh, this will be good because I get to see more stuff, but then I wasn't really actively using much on LinkedIn anyway, so that's why I didn't go to premium. But then, like now, with all the learning that you're giving us, it's like, oh, I wonder if what it does. Like, yeah, if
Yeah,
that's taken
awesome,
away even
awesome.
more of that shit.
So I'm going to go into this file here. This is a second level connection. It says follow this person, and that's because of the settings that she's got in her profile. So
Hmm.
this is one that I would want to right click on and open in a new tab and then go open up her profile because this is how you watch somebody's profile incognito.
Mm.
And then I can find out a little bit more about her. She's an Avon Independent Sales Leader. You click on the More button on their profile. Ah, there is a place where you can connect, right? But if I click on this Connect button, let's see what happens. Oh, I can send without a note. But what's going to happen, because I clicked a Connect button, it's going to register with the search engines. The search engines are going to pick up on that. So I've sent her an invitation to connect, but I haven't done 10 yet, right? I've only done a couple. So you can do that with a few, and it's okay if you have that. But if you get to the point where you've reached your limit of 10, then you can go into the groups like we were doing just previous to this, and you can invite those people by messaging them directly. So then the next thing you do is you watch who they're connected to. So I'm going to close this profile. And, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to, let's open up a different one here. Here's Maria. Open link in new tab. So if you look at the right side, it shows you people that they're connected to. And look at this. This Zachary is open to work. He's an experienced communicator. He might be a really interesting person to connect with. So we'll right click on Zachary and open in a link in a new tab. And when you're doing this on your own, it doesn't take as long because I'm going slow here so that you guys can follow. He's an experienced communicator. I think he would be a good person to be connected with. I'm going to click on the More button and click on Connect. So the search engines are going to see this. I'm going to send a request to connect without a note. So you don't want to click the little blue men when you go into the groups and use up your stock of 10 connections for the day. You go into those after you've used up your 10, your daily 10, I call it. Once you've used up your daily 10 and you want to try a few more, go into the groups. I got up to 110 invitations through the groups before I didn't get a message from LinkedIn at all during that whole 110 invites because I didn't click the little blue man.
That's insane.
Yeah. So now that's 4, right? Well, now
Mm.
we're in Zachary's profile. Here's number 5. We can see who he's connected to, right? And you can invite some of those people to connect. So there's actually 5 different levels of connections. There's the one that's in your network, that my network that LinkedIn suggests that you might be interested in based on your profile.
Mm.
There's the people search, and there's the groups search. There's the who's following who at the first level, and who's following who at the second level. That's 5.
Mm.
So there's lots of different ways that you can reach out and connect to people on LinkedIn.
Right.
So one of the first things I do every day when I get on LinkedIn is I go in and I check my messaging. How many messages have I got? And I've got a bunch more messages. I just cleaned that out this morning. Oh, but there's some of them are people that I've just recently invited to connect. So make sure that you check your messages all the time and then go into your notifications. And I talk to everybody on a regular basis about the fact that you need to think about how you're posting. Are you posting and ghosting people? So
Mhm.
a lot of these are posts that I've put out in some way or other. And so I've got 4 new members that have joined the Seattle Business Network. That's one of the groups that I'm growing.
Yeah.
And so what I would want to do with these people is send them a message thanking them for joining the group and referring them to the group rules and telling them that I I look for great content and great pictures and videos so to recommend to the group each week. So if you've been recommended by an admin, that's a really big thing because then LinkedIn will share that post with everybody, specifically with everybody in that group. And otherwise, you just sort of, it's a willy-nilly, whoever happens to click on your post that sees it, right?
Well, you're following Joe Applebaum, right, Christine?
Applebaum?
Yes.
Who's Applebaum?
Joe, he's got the group that sort of hosts your thrivability group, the Enya.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay. And so he was holding a networking group meeting today, and he was doing a pretty good deal. He told everybody or asked everybody, Joe's kind of a blur between the two,
Mm-hmm.
to go on and basically ask everybody their most recent posts and post it in a chat. And then everybody on the group, and there were about 80 people in the group,
Yeah.
to go acknowledge and repost that post. And so you automatically had about 60 people, because not everybody did it,
Uh-huh.
reposting your posts. And so you were getting a whole lot of activity. And that's a good way to do it. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
ever thought about doing something like that
That's
in the
awesome.
Thrivability group, but if
Yeah.
everybody just goes and we basically have a group hug from that standpoint. I'm not saying we're going to be a cult or an ashram or whatever the case may be, but I think it helps us get to know a little bit better each other a little bit better, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe get to trust everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was
Um,
going to say it builds that trust a bit easier too. So what was that group, Bob?
well, it's just using Christine's, and we're going to talk about some maybe tomorrow, the Thrivability group. Maybe I'm not sure. We've got so many different topics for the next 3 days, but
Yeah.
it's just as the group supports itself, and there's a gentleman. Oh, I can't remember what Joel's out of. Joel is out of, but he gave me a good tip a while back, and also I've been around long enough. I can actually give you 2 months of Sales Navigator for free, but I agree with Christine. You don't really want it if you don't need it.
Mm,
It's like when I was a young man, I had 5 pieces of pecan pie, and I never really should have done that. Um, but you got to take things in moderation, and
Mm-hmm.
be careful what you eat, because you can get sick overeating, and you can send out too many invitations and things like that. The good stuff we're sharing. But I think if we're in a group like Thrivability, we get to know each other. Now, I managed some groups in Atlanta, and I had one that was, networkers in Atlanta. It was about 15,000. And I owned it for a short period of time, a couple of years, and we grew it. But you're in Seattle, so let me ask the question. Um, have you gotten business from this? I assume that you have, or you wouldn't be doing it.
Me? I'm not in Seattle. I'm in Alberta.
Well, I mean, but you've got the Seattle Business Group. I mean, I assume that you're doing that
Oh,
for to
oh,
make
that
money.
I'm building this group up for my son. He's in Seattle area.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, but people that are joining it know you're the administrator, right? Or is he the
Yeah.
administrator listed?
Uh, I think I'm just called the manager.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you're managing it and you're watching what people post to make sure everything's clean and
Yeah.
following the rules
Yeah.
and getting the type of people that people want to network with. So it's a big task to manage a group, especially when this gotten
Yeah.
to this size. And
Well, I've
but
got there's over the Seattle Business Network. Let's see.
well, it says 1,248 people.
Where do you see that?
If you scroll down, you'll see right underneath in the middle column, automatic welcome note, and the members, it says 1,248.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah. This is a small group. I've got two other groups that I manage. and they're more techie people in those groups. One of them is mine, and the other one's got over 3,000 now, and the other one and one's got over 7,000 now. It's good to
But
have your own group, but it takes a while to build it up.
it does. It really does. And it's but anyway, but let me ask you, Donna, because I just accepted your invitation today while we got you on the group. Why is the picture of you blonde on your profile?
I was blonde not long ago. I was blonde until 6 months ago, and then
Oh,
I
is it?
decided to go natural. Yeah.
Okay. Well, your invitation had sat in my inbox for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that you just accepted it. Thank you.
And I swear to you, darling, I wasn't connecting the dots. Um,
Ah, okay. Well, see, I'm not known on LinkedIn, so it's not going to make any difference. But I just like that photo.
I like
Okay,
that photo
let me
too.
tell you a secret, guys. Let me tell you a secret. You are noticed on LinkedIn, and you don't think you're noticed on LinkedIn. And I connected with way back when I was getting started learning about LinkedIn, working with my son, I went to a sit down to breakfast networking meeting,
Mm,
and I had connected with this woman on LinkedIn. And she looked like she was about 40, something like that. And so we arranged to sit beside each other at this networking meeting. And
yeah.
I'm sitting in the meeting, watching all the people come through the door. Nobody looks like her. Nobody. Nobody looks like this person that I
Oh, yeah,
connected
yeah,
with on
yeah, yeah,
LinkedIn.
yeah.
And she came up to me after the meeting and said, "Hi, I thought we were going to sit together." And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to say your
I
picture
didn't
doesn't look like
recognize
you."
you.
And
Mm,
I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice you come through the door." But it's really important that our pictures look like us.
mm.
So I hope I didn't wreck your thinking too much. But
No, I just don't have any decent photos of me like at the moment, so that's why I haven't got anything decent up there.
well, one thing you can do here really easy for free is you can have somebody take a picture of you with your camera,
Mm,
your camera on your smartphone,
yeah.
and then upload it to Chat GPT and ask Chat GPT to edit it. I have a friend who has
Oh,
been doing content creation online for 25 years,
mm,
and he's in the legacy builders as well. And he showed me he had Chat GPT take this picture of a beautiful picture of a horse and sharpen up the picture, and by the time Chat GPT was finished sharpening it up, because he would ask it to do something with the picture, and then Chat GPT would ask him, "Would you like a little bit more of this, or would you like a little bit more of that?" Right? And he kept
yeah.
having it do alterations until he came up with this final picture, and it was gorgeous. This horse reared up on its back legs with all shiny coat. It just looked like a
Mm,
professional shot. So you can do that with headshots with Chat GPT.
And there's
wow.
actually an app or a website that you can submit your picture to, and it will score it for you.
Ah,
Mm,
It will give you feedback. It will say maybe you should have turned to the left or to the right because people have better side profiles.
yeah.
yeah.
And you can play with that now, as Christina's saying with Chat GPT, to basically take their suggestions and put them with your picture, and it'll still be you because you want reality,
Hmm.
but it will be you looking like, well, years ago we used to have a studio called Olin Mills, and it was all around the United States. I don't know if it was in Canada or Australia. They were a large corporation, but they were in every Sears Roebuck in America. And you'd get 15 pictures to choose from, and it was always kind of
Wow.
nice. But now you've got a live Chat GPT, and it's
Mm,
I can make myself look like Rock Hudson or Clark Gable or, anybody that,
So
um,
is the initial question just can you sharpen this image or is that what you
Yes,
do?
you can sharpen the image because he
Okay.
did it. He took a picture that was from one of my platforms that
Hmm,
wasn't a professional headshot.
okay.
No, it was from one of my videos. He captured one of the frames out of one of my videos that I did on TikTok and put it in Chat GPT, and it looked like me.
Okay. I just did it. So I'm gonna have a look.
You can
well, you're
also
not,
do it with uh,
Oh no, don't like that at all.
Canva. You
I'll
can
probably need to get a different photo to be honest.
you can pull a picture out of one of the frames of a video that you've done.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But you can
I'll have a look around. I have a
yeah,
proper look
try
around, but
chat and then try Canva if you don't like what chat does. It because when we were doing when he was showing me how they sharpened up the image of that horse, I think it was
mm,
five or six adjustments that were made as he
wow.
was following the conversation with Chat GPT. Oh, we need to sharpen up this a little bit more, or do this, that kind of thing.
The thing with ChatGPT or the one I'm using, I think once you do two or three images, that's it for the day. Like you've used your free version of
Mm.
stuff, so that's the only thing with that.
Oh, I'm on a paid version.
Mm.
The
So
I just got the basic paid version because I know me. I use it
yeah,
a lot.
I use chat a lot, but I don't use, and I don't run out of the chat side of stuff, but I do run out if I start putting images in.
Yeah, yeah,
well, Canva's free version is a superb free version. Now they will hound you after a year
yeah.
because they'll only let you have it for a year, and then they'll hit you with an annual bill. So be careful if you do sign up with Canva for a year that you put an expiration date 11 months out so you can cancel it. Because
Okay.
you'll get this
Yeah.
unexpected debit into your checking account for $100 or so. But anyway, I
Well,
Yeah.
digress. Um,
I have a paid account with Canva too, so that never happens.
Mm.
but
Right.
are you shooting for 500 people, Donna, to have 500
Oh yeah,
connections?
100%. Yeah. So I
Okay.
think the fastest way for me to do that is to go through the group way and send them messages to
Hmm.
get people to connect. I think that's going to be a faster way for me to do
Yeah.
it.
Well, you can do a whole bunch, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
So
without a doubt the best way.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Um, but what's your
Mm.
target market, though?
Women over 60.
Okay. Widowed, divorced,
Oh,
single,
pending retiring.
pending retirement. Okay.
So that's all over my TikTok. That's all I do. Women over 60. Are you retiring and still in the struggle?
And is there a special group for
I'm
that
not
on,
wasn't
on
meant to feel
LinkedIn?
like this. Hey,
You should look on LinkedIn, Donna. Go check
sorry.
out the groups. Go check out the groups and type
On
in the search bar, women over 60.
see.
There's lots of women's groups I'm in a couple, three different women's groups.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, I'm still learning so much on LinkedIn. Like I said, I really didn't utilize LinkedIn before. So
Hmm.
for me,
Okay, I
it's just
understand.
learning. So what are we looking at? Hang on, let's go here. Um, so just women or women's like hang on, where do I go? I go
I'll show
business.
you. I'll go into my groups here.
Thank you. You're amazing. Groups.
So there's women startup specialists.
I think I'm in that one.
Okay.
Feeling I'm
And
in
then
that one.
there's Marketing to Women Network. It's got 19,000 members in it.
Which one? Oh, marketing. Oh,
Marketing
okay.
to Women Network.
Oh,
And let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm just into women's groups.
mm.
But let's do a little bit of a search. Let's go women's groups.
Yeah, I think I just found a whole heap.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Women's Diversity Network, 27,000, 51 members, 74,000 members. Yeah,
But then do I need to like bring it down to more, or it doesn't really matter? It's just women's groups, right?
yeah. So there's,
Doesn't need to be like more defined on women retirees or women over 60 or anything like that. No.
well, you could do that. You could do the search. Let's do
'Cause,
that.
I mean, basically, it doesn't matter whether you're over 60 or not if you want to create a life that
Yeah.
you choose. So,
No, I don't want to put that. Women over 60.
mm,
Whoa, look at that. Did you see that drop
60
down
and
list?
mm.
It was over 40, over 50, over 40, over 50. There was just a long list
Yeah,
yeah.
of
there is.
women's group by ages. Wow.
Yeah. So, but there's a lot there that's like health, fitness, weight loss, all those sorts of things. I don't know.
Things that you have in common with those people.
Sorry?
Things that you have in common with those people. Everybody over 60 is worried about their health and things of that nature.
Oh, yeah, they were 40s and 50s, like
Well,
over 40.
it seems though that they're really small groups. That's the challenge.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need to have the groups that you join need to have a minimum of 3,000 members.
Good tip.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, I'd probably look at over 50s, like to see there. And again, they're just really small bloody groups. So maybe women's groups is the way to go. And then people who are interested will come.
When you go like that, when you narrow it down, I
Mm,
think I think you'd be better off to just go women.
yeah, yeah. Because there's a lot more people there. Um,
Yeah.
Well, at least more than half the world. It,
yeah, exactly. So I think, yeah, I'll have a look at those. I'll join a few of those and
And
go.
when you join the groups, make sure that you go in and introduce yourself
Yes, yeah.
and just tell them a little bit about yourself. And
Mm. You'll
and,
connect that way
and
anyway.
when
People,
you do that, also go in and check out some of the posts that are in the group so that you can like and comment on a post or two.
hmm.
but that Donna Ferguson with the blonde hair and the red dress does not
Well,
look like she's the 60-year-old personal, joint member.
I have really good genes, I have to say. I have my mother's genes, and we have really good genes. 68, I think I'm all right.
Uh,
You're doing great.
Donna, I'm a professional BSer, so don't try to take it from an amateur position to a professional. But yeah, I
Oh,
think you'll.
my mum's 94, and I swear to God, like it's a 92, sorry, 91. Bloody hell, get it right. She's 91.
She's 90. She's lived a long life. Yes,
You lose count after 90,
it
right?
doesn't make any difference. Yeah, if you make it to 90, you
Well,
used to
I
make.
reckon up until when my dad died, which was 2021, I swear to God, so she would have been 88. She literally looked like she was in her 70s. She
Hmm.
barely had gray hair. She barely had wrinkles. Like she literally looked like she was in 70s.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I
Are
do
there,
have good genes.
before we're going to have to wrap up here, are there any last comments or questions?
Yes, I have a question. I wrote an article yesterday
Uh-huh.
And I just have a question. Do articles have a limited number of characters? Because I couldn't fit the whole thing in.
I think articles are 2,000 characters.
Ah, right. Okay. Because it was a lot longer than that. So I'm actually going to put part two in like today.
Mm-hmm.
And then at least I know articles, I'll keep it to 2,000 characters, which is great. Because I thought I can't fit all this in and it's got all this good information. So
Well,
that's
that's
great.
really good. Then you'll get people following the series. That's good.
Mm, mm. So,
Brilliant.
and it was all about retirement and stuff. So,
Awesome.
yeah. So
Then
I
you can
thought,
repurpose it in the groups.
yes, well, but then you have to be careful in the groups too, don't you?
Yeah, you post it, you repost it in the groups, but I just take a copy, maybe a line or a sentence or two out of my article and put it in as a comment for a post, right?
Mm,
As the
mm,
blurb. So you
yeah.
find a couple of sentences that you can just copy and paste in there that you can pull out of your article. And then
But
make
it's not,
sure that you have a picture that goes with it.
Yeah, I
but,
do. Yeah.
but
Great.
it's not your article. It's one you read that you're reposting, right?
I got it off Chat GPT. I asked him to create one for me with I had the stuff that I
Oh, okay,
wanted.
great.
Um,
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
So,
Okay. It's yours then.
yeah, it's
You
mine.
are you and Chat GPT. I understand. Okay, now I follow you.
Yeah.
Okay.
With those articles though, do you have to keep in like they've got references? You know how GPT chat puts in references of different like where they source the
Sources,
information?
yeah.
Yeah,
Do we have to keep that
it's a
in?
good thing to leave the references in. Yes, it's
Okay.
great. It gives it validity.
Okay, yeah, cool. Okay. I took them out for some reason. I thought, oh, I don't know if I want all that, but and I think because I was trying to fit it in as well. So okay, so leave all that in. That's great.
Well, especially if you're quoting statistics.
Yes, it was about statistics as
Yeah, so
well.
you need to have your source.
Okay, great. Perfect.
If you're not
Christine,
quoting statistics, I wouldn't worry about it.
what about if
Yeah.
you have a graph? How does that count against you, or does it?
Have a what?
A graph? So like you have a bar chart or a pie chart?
Oh, oh, wow.
Well, that's still statistics in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I was just wondering how that counts because it's just one link to another piece. I wasn't sure if you actually
That's
got.
a really good question.
You could unlink it.
If I got the graph from a source,
Mhm.
then I would put what the source was. But if I concocted the graph myself,
Hmm.
then I would put marketing mentors as the source.
Well, someone was put up a graph that showed the size of businesses. It was like 900,000 between $1 and $20 million in revenue.
Mm,
And then it just went down to like less than, it was in the tens and 20s once you got over 20 million. So if your
hmm
target market is business owners, then it shows you that's a phenomenally sized large ocean to be looking for fish in, as opposed to looking for people making more than $20 million a year.
mm,
Um, and there were not individual business owners either. So you had more difficulty dealing with a board of directors or bankers and lawyers and Indian chiefs. And I don't mean to
hmm
offend anybody that's Native American here. But it's there's so much statistics out there and showing it with a graph. And I was just wondering, I like graphs, I like pie charts especially, but I don't want to use up all my space if it counts against me a great deal. Um,
Oh,
Hmm.
and that's what I was worried about because I haven't done any of this, Christine, that you're going to teach me how to do. And I'm going to make so much money that I'm just going to basically send you a big Thanksgiving, Christmas. And what is it? Is it October that y'all celebrate Thanksgiving in
yes.
Canada? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to keep that in mind. And do you do Thanksgiving in Australia, Donna?
No, no, we just do Christmas.
Okay. So,
So
and you do
yeah.
it a day before us, right?
Um, well, yes, only because you're a day behind.
it's always an enigma whenever I'm ever speaking to
That's
somebody
cute.
in Australia. So, um,
Yeah.
but
Do you guys have any more questions?
no, ma'am, you did a great job tonight. Thank you.
Awesome. You're
Fantastic.
very
Look
welcome.
forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Thank
look
you.
forward to it too.
That's amazing.
And thanks
Awesome.
for the invitation, Don. I'm glad we're connected now.
Yes, that's cool. Thank
You're
you.
158. Let's keep it. Yeah,
Yeah, 158 and rising.
that's right. You'll have a
Bye
good
for
evening
now.
and a good morning. Thank you, Donna. Thank you,
All right.
Christine. All right, see you all
Bye.
Thank
tomorrow.
you. Bye.